The world of Korean entertainment has always been filled with dazzling red carpets, high-profile dramas, and heart-stopping romances, both on and off screen. But this time, the whispers aren't about a new project, a film role, or a brand partnership. No. This time, the whispers are about something far more personal. Something that has set the internet on fire. Wedding rumors. Yes, you heard that right. Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun, the beloved pair who have charmed millions with their chemistry, their warmth, and their undeniable connection, are once again at the center of speculation. But this time, it's bigger than ever. Fans across the globe woke up to a frenzy online when new reports and subtle hints reignited conversations that the two might be closer to marriage than anyone ever expected. And as with every rumor that surrounds stars of their magnitude, the reaction has been nothing short of explosive. It all started with a single photograph. Lee Min-ho was spotted attending a private family gathering. Nothing unusual about that. But what caught everyone's attention wasn't his outfit, or even his smile. It was the presence of someone else in the background. A woman, dressed casually, with her hair tied back, laughing softly as she chatted with his relatives. Fans zoomed in. They analyzed the details. And before long, the theory spread like wildfire. It was Kim Go-eun. Could it be? Was she at a private family event with Min-ho's closest relatives? For many, this wasn't just a casual hangout. For fans who followed their story over the years, it felt like confirmation of something much deeper. Because in Korean culture, meeting family isn't just a trivial step. It's meaningful. It's intimate. It's a whisper of forever. And then, as if the internet needed more fuel, an anonymous source claimed that preparations were quietly underway for a wedding. Now, in the world of celebrities, rumors fly every single day. Most are dismissed. Some fade as quickly as they arrive. But this one felt different. Why? Because the puzzle pieces began fitting together. Fans pointed out the way Min-ho had been speaking in interviews recently. When asked about love, he no longer gave vague, playful answers. Instead, he spoke of stability, of family, of longing for a future beyond fame. And Go-eun? She had been glowing lately, her presence softer, more serene, as though she carried a secret she wasn't quite ready to share. The timing, the appearances, the subtle cues, it all felt too aligned to ignore. Social media erupted. On Twitter, hashtags like hashtag Lee Min-ho Kim Go-eun wedding began trending within hours. Fan edits flooded TikTok, weaving together their most romantic drama scenes alongside the evidence of real-life interactions. Instagram pages dedicated to their pairing doubled their followers overnight. Comments poured in from fans across the globe. Please tell me this is real. I've been waiting for years. The chemistry was always there. Marriage is the only next step. If this happens, I'm flying to Korea just to celebrate outside the venue. For many, the possibility of their marriage felt like more than just celebrity news. It felt personal. It felt like watching two characters from a beloved story finally get the happy ending they deserve. But amidst the excitement, there were skeptics too. Some insisted the rumors were exaggerated. Others argued that fans were reading too much into coincidences. After all, both Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun have always been fiercely private about their personal lives. Would they really let something this monumental leak? Yet, even in the skepticism, one truth remained clear. The world wanted this to be real. Because there's something timeless about the way these two connect. Something unspoken, something genuine. Something that feels rare in an industry where image often overshadows intimacy. Behind the noise, though, what's the reality? Friends close to the stars have described their bond as deeply respectful, comforting, and undeniably special. One insider claimed that their connection isn't about flashy gestures or grand public displays, but about the quiet moments. Checking in on each other, sharing small joys, being a source of strength in an unpredictable world. And isn't that what marriage is truly about? Not the glitz, not the headlines, but the ability to build a life rooted in trust and understanding. If the whispers are true, then perhaps this isn't just a rumor. It's the natural next step in a love story that has been unfolding quietly for years. Of course, agencies remain silent. Neither Min-ho nor Go-eun has released a statement, and perhaps they never will. For celebrities of their stature, privacy is more than a luxury. It's a necessity. But sometimes, silence speaks louder than words. Sometimes, the absence of denial is itself a kind of confirmation. And so, The whispers grow louder. Imagine it, a wedding between Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun. Fans picture the venue, simple yet elegant, maybe a private garden surrounded by family and close friends. They imagine Min-ho in a tailored suit, his eyes glistening as he waits at the altar. They imagine Go-eun walking down the aisle, radiant in her grace, carrying not just flowers but the love of millions who have rooted for her happiness. And when their hands meet, just as they have countless times on screen, fans believe it will no longer be acting. It will be forever. The vows wouldn't need to be elaborate. Their story is already written in the small gestures. The way he shields her from the rain, the way she laughs at his quiet jokes, the way they look at each other when they think no one else is watching. Those whispers of forever, turning into promises of eternity. But whether or not the wedding is real, one thing is undeniable. The world has already embraced them as a couple in spirit. Because love, in its purest form, doesn't need confirmation. It doesn't need press releases or public declarations. It exists in the spaces between words, in the glances, in the touches that slip past cameras. Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun may never say it aloud. But for millions of fans, they already have. And so, as the rumors swirl and the internet continues to buzz, one truth remains clear. The whispers of forever aren't just noise. They're hope. Hope for love that endures, love that grows quietly, love that outlasts the spotlight. Maybe tomorrow, the rumors will fade. Maybe their agencies will deny it. Maybe the world will move on to the next headline. But tonight, as fans sit behind their screens, replaying drama scenes and scrolling through pictures, they hold on to the dream. The dream that somewhere, away from the noise, Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun are smiling at each other, holding hands, and building a forever that belongs only to them. And perhaps, just perhaps, those whispers are true. But the whispers didn't stop there. Days turned into weeks, and instead of fading away, the rumor only grew louder. What was once speculation began taking on the weight of certainty, as if the world had already decided. Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun were destined to marry. Every small action from them became headline news. When Min-ho was spotted shopping in a high-end jewelry store, fans immediately linked it to engagement rings. The store clerk refused to comment, but that didn't stop people from dissecting blurry photos of him browsing glass cases filled with diamonds. When Go-eun was seen entering a bridal boutique, not for herself, but to support a friend, blogs erupted with claims that she was already trying on wedding gowns in secret. The truth didn't matter anymore. What mattered was the possibility. The whispers had turned into a roar. And yet, amid all the frenzy, the two stars carried on with their usual grace. Min-ho continued his filming schedule, greeting fans with his signature warm smile. Go-eun attended events, radiating elegance and humility. Neither confirmed, neither denied. But perhaps that silence was the most powerful answer of all. Because when two people protect something so fiercely, it often means